started or launched few months ago, and with the participation of every and each Egyptian who decided to have a share, we are on the right path. But since then, till the moment, what happened? What are the developments? And if we are going to fulfill the promise to our beloved country to have the mega project and to have the water running in the new Suez Canal on time or no? We are going to discuss all these details, and we are very much delighted to have with us Dr. Haytham Mamdouh, Head of Irrigation and Engineering Hydraulics, Department, Faculty of Engineering at Alexandria University. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
Thank you.
Have a very good day.
Dr. Haytham.
Dr. Haytham, can you tell us about the latest developments taking place in the digging process of the Suez Canal? We have heard from General Moheb Mamish that many dredgers are going to enter the digging site in order to fasten the pace of the work there. So how do you read the developments on the ground?
It is simply it is a race against time.
Yeah, it is.
So the day after tomorrow, it will be 6 months since the declaration of the beginning of the project. Up to now, we
have 6 months to go.
Yes,
yeah.
Race again. So it is really a big challenge. Up to now, we could separate what have been done in dry excavation. Dry excavation, we have reached about 195 million meter cube out of the estimated 250 million meter cube. So you could say about less than 80%,
70 something, yes.
Something like that.
I think General Kamel Wazir said it more than once that we are progressing a day after the other, and especially with the dry excavation, till the moment it's 78, 79%.
Yes, but the problem will not be in the dry excavation. Coming to the dredgers, we have reached about 45 million meter cube out for the estimated 250, so less than 20%. Keeping in concern that we have started the dredgers since 45 days, so we could expect that we will be on the track for dredgers, and we hope that within the next 6 months we could finalize the dredging quantities according to estimated plan. So let us returning back that the initial time plan for this project was 3 years, and the President Sisi has asked them
to finish in 1 year.
In 1 year. So it is really a big challenge. Up to now, more than 140 companies are completely working in that project, and not just the new Suez Canal. There is some other components related to that project.
Sure.
So about the progress, we could say that we are on the track. 6 months, just we could expect from an optimistic point of view that we could finalize this by August 2015. We hope so. Hopefully.
And regarding the companies which are participating in the project, as we all know that there are international companies also participating from all over the world, I think, and it's not going to be only something on which we are going to depend on our own. This is as far as I understand.
Partially, there is 36 dredger working.
Yeah.
28 are from outside Egypt, and 9 from Egypt, I think.
I mean, we do have a schedule.
Yes.
And
yes.
And there are periods or stages which we are going to go through. With the sequence we do have now, do you think that it's going to be on time, or there will be some obstacles on the way?
Frankly speaking, it is a big challenge. I am sure, but I trust our engineering army corps that he could manage this issue. So I am in just one sentence, I am sure that the Suez Canal will be opened by August 2015. But it is not a simple task. If you have visited this location, you could see more than 50,000 workers are working in that place. So, yes.
Doctor, up till this moment, the dredgers are working in dry lands, or they have started to dig with water, so which would, I believe, slow the process of the digging.
Yes, about slows the digging. No, the work is under schedule up to now. You could say that maybe we have reached 20%, but the most difficult part is the lower part of dredging, because we are digging about 24-meter depths. So the first 12 meter is more simpler than the below.
Indeed, yes.
Yes. So we could expect that in the after they finish the first half of the canal, the second half will be more difficult.
Indeed.
Yes. So just according to the plan, now the first 10 kilometer has almost been finalized from 9 to 24 meter. So about the excavation, we have quite a good experience because Suez Canal Authority has more than 6 dredgers working in that. Already. So according to the rate of each dredger, which reached about 40,000 meter cube per day, if you, by simple calculation, we could reach this quantity with about 1.5 million meter cube per day. In the following 6 months, we hope that we could finalize this excavation or dredger underwater. Hopefully.
Sir, just I think 10 days ago or something, we have heard about this leakage and about something which happened, unfortunately, not as scheduled, with drone vehicles, with unfortunately rumors coming from media outlets saying that people were dying and things like that. How we can differentiate between things which would happen in any mega project like this and those rumors which would spread, I don't want to say to terrify the people, but at least to spread rumors?
Yes, just for that accident, what happened exactly? We have the existing canal and nearby about 500 meters a new one. What has been fall is the embankment between those two canals, and no one has lost his life in that accident.
Yes.
What has been mentioned in the media that 201 or 250 has been died. This is completely incorrect. We have lost some equipments and has been after that
5 lorries.
Yes, and 1 excavator, something like that. So no one has lost his life. But to be honest, there is 7 workers has lost their life in normal accident.
During the process of the day.
Yes, but what I want to mention is that this, according to Suez Canal Authority, they are fulfilling what is called the Egyptian law, labor law, number 12 for the year 2002, in which is a personal protective equipment if you visit there, and they are following all the Egyptian law. But you could, there is some accident, more than 50,000 workers are working there. So that accident, it do for some mistakes in the stabilizing of the, because you could not make a huge mountain without making an embankment slope to prevent what is called in generic slip circle to fall.
Which we call leakage.
Leakage. It causes a sudden failure of the slip circle of the embankment. So we hope that this accident will not repeat it, especially in the eastern part of Suez Canal. There is what is called sedimentation basin, in which when we get the sand from under the Suez Canal, we put it in those basins. So it has a high elevation. It could reach up to 15 meters above seawater, and we hope that this will not repeat it. But what you have mentioned, it is completely a rumor. Within 1 hour, all the media, you could...
You know why, sir? Because those vehicles or those lorries were owned by a special company which is participating there. You know, it was only a phone call. How many workers are working under this company? 250, then the 250 died. I swear, it was really ridiculous.
And there is a lot of rumors also about the environmental impact has been mentioned recently in the media, in which one scientist from Israel has mentioned, according to what is mentioned, written in Guardian newspaper, who's supported by some Qatari businessman, that this new Suez Canal will destroy the marine ecosystem in the Mediterranean, which is completely scientific wrong. Because they mentioned that the migration of species from Red Sea to the Mediterranean will completely destroy the ecosystem in the Mediterranean. Because if you know that the saline water in the Red Sea is higher than the Mediterranean, so there is no expected immigration. Even so, the Suez Canal, existing Suez Canal, fulfills this, because we have already, if they want to immigrate, they have already the chance to do it. What also, and they mentioned that those species are toxic. How toxic? Because there is 9 countries on the Red Sea, and nothing happened.
Well, since the scientist is an Israeli one, it's expected and understood.
It is expected, but they have some impact on the international media.
So how can we react regarding these rumors or these reports by some foreign elements regarding the repercussions of the new Suez Canal on the environment? How can we react regarding these issues?
First, this is the main responsibility of the spokesman of the Suez Canal Authority, just to clarify all what has been mentioned. In any international media or press or
Indeed,
conference.
yeah.
So we just want to focus. We have fulfilled all the strategic environmental impact studies or CSR according to yes, according to that Suez Canal Authority know exactly what is the responsibility about the social in the region in the Port and Ismailia, and it has a huge history of development that region. So this is the main role of the spokesman of the Suez Canal Authority to clarify all the facts about the project, a project with that size.
Sir, whenever we are talking a mega project like that of the new, it's not only the project itself, it's the logistic zone beside it, it's the new cities which are going to be held to serve the place, the new Ismailia city, the logistic zone. As I said, it's going to be a launch or a turning point in the Egyptian economy, especially in our modern history. How do you see having all these things in parallel? I mean, to work on every and each of those together and in the same time.
That project has really, we have noticed a direct and indirect impact on our economy. It is a clear message that we are investing in our country, and you could say that the economic forum next month in Sharm el-Sheikh, no one will invest in this country until he will see clear signs that we are investing in that project. That project has 7 main components. The new Suez Canal is one of those. The new Ismailia city, as you have mentioned, up till now, I think that 320 building has been, the footing or the raft of those buildings has been almost finalized. There is one international road came from Ismailia city and to our border in Al-Oga city with 200 kilometer length. It is an expansion. But the main master plan of the region, it is under a consulted firm who has, it will be almost finalized within those days with about 100 small project and small and medium enterprise project. But from a strategic point of view, we are looking that Suez Canal will be the hub of the international trade, in which we in that master plan, we are improving 3 ports in the north, in Port Said, eastern branch, and in Arish, and 3 other ports in south port, in Suez, Adabiya, and Ataka, I think. So those 6 ports will be an international logistics to improve the trade between the east and the western part. So the impact of that project, it could be noticed clearly on the stock exchange market in Egypt. If you know, if you,
So, sir, when can we start to feel that impact on our economy, the positive impact from this mega project? We are still in the first phase, which is the digging of the project itself. So, when the second phase will start to take place, and when we will start to sell the projects for the investors, that it would not be open for the investors in the coming economic forum in Sharm el-Sheikh?
Yes, for a direct benefit, in which you mean the increase of revenue of Suez Canal, this could not be fit until 1 year from now, or 2
Indeed,
years,
yes.
or maybe 10 years. It doesn't, because the expected, it depends. But we are looking for the indirect benefit. Now, it is a clear message, just if you return back 2 years ago, when they want to make this project, they have looking for a loan from the World Bank or from
Yes.
But now we have got a clear message that we could select those 60 billion Egyptian pounds
Few days.
in 8 days.
Yeah.
8 working days.
8 working
Exactly.
days.
Yeah.
So according to that, this is a clear message that we have a very good market for any investors. Any investor, our market here in Egypt is ranked number 21 on the world. We are 90 million, and we have a big market which encourage any investors from outside to invest in this country. So what we want to do it in next stage after declaring this project, and there is other several mega project, is just to make a small project with 20, 30 million US dollar. This is classified as a medium project, just to encourage foreign investors to invest in this country, in that region exactly. So in order to fight terrorists and also all the other.
Sir, exactly as you were talking about Egyptians and how we have done it in 8 days, the private sector, I think the private sector should have a very important role in this. Do you think that the private sector should have the lion's share, I would say, in investing in Suez Canal, the new Suez Canal project, in order to attract more investors from outside Egypt. Simply the foreign investors, when they see the private sector in Egypt are already there, they are going to be encouraged and they're going to come.
Yes, from an economic point of view, I mean, the private sector, you mean the normal people or the companies?
Both.
Both. So those 60 billion has been collected by that sector. But in the private sector, there is something that we need it now before. The unified investment law, it should be issued as soon as possible because we have a lot of legal obstacles and bureaucracy. Yes, so we need that unified investment law as soon as possible, and the new parliament in the first 15 days should issue more than 20 law. The second main important point that the exchange rate between our foreign currency and the US dollar need to be more clarified in that to encourage investors and how they could transfer their money outside Egypt. In addition to that, we have the third main problem is the qualification of our laborers or labor force to Egyptian, to international market, because any investment, maybe some investors need some special in some fields. So all those should be in our concern. But the main concern from my point of view that the current government is very slow in taking the decision in a lot of fields. For example, the new governments should be, we are waiting now for 7 months until the new governors will be selected. We are waiting now for a clear idea on how to face our current problems. We just need to accelerate our decision a little bit. So this is one of the main concerns.
Indeed, Dr. Haytham Mamdouh, the head of Irrigation Engineering and Hydraulics Department, Alexandria University. Thank you very much for being with us in the breakfast show, and thank you for your precious input.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And we are going to continue after living just for 2 or 3 minutes with our dear colleague Dina Yunus in one of the Egyptian touristic sites. We are going to come back with another segment of the breakfast show. Stay tuned only on Nile TV International.
tomb of Osiris in Tuna al-Jabal in El-Minya is unique in its architecture and in its art. Its construction resembles the